Hey, podcasters, we're here.
Hello.
Hey.
Ladies from Rewatch and Rhine. Did I say Rhine or wine?
I was like, oh, we freestyling now?
It's probably the wine. Rhea.
Champagne.
Treva.
And Lynn.
And we are here with our holiday book review.
Yeah.
We're so excited. This is going to be our last podcast of 2019. We're so excited that you all are joining us for this.
Oh my God, it's getting hot.
This has been a
I
fabulous
don't think I
year.
lose control. I don't think I like it.
So we figured we'd do a Christmas special for you.
Holiday, Christmas.
Holiday special. And so today we're going to talk about the book, The Grinch Stole Christmas, and the 3 movies that we were able to watch.
Yes. 3.
But before we get started, you want to talk about what we're drinking, Lynn?
Yes, I do. Let's find a bottle. We are drinking Gascon. It's a...
Gaston?
Close enough.
Okay.
Don Miguel Gaston.
Oh, okay.
It's a Malbec from Argentina, 2016. And I can say I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I think everyone is. Oh.
Clearly.
Not everybody.
Ginger ale.
Somebody else gets ginger ale. But yeah, it actually is pretty tasty.
It's very good.
All right.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay. Sorry, people.
You're gonna have so
I'm a
much
little
fun.
nervous. No, I think it's, this is what the vibe does. What? Oh, so we're talking about the Grinch.
The Dr. Seuss.
The Dr. Seuss Grinch. And I'm excited too because I love cartoons. I love animation. I love children's books and stories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was very nostalgic reading it again as an adult. It brought up all those like warm, fuzzy feelings of happiness.
Aww.
Oh, look. I just discovered that.
That was
so
very cute.
But I was talking, my thumb goes through it. Now this goes through it.
So it can keep your neck warm.
Yes. My
Did it go
chinny
through
chin
there?
chin.
Okay.
Chinny chin
It
chin.
did.
Good.
Okay, sorry, back to the...
That's all right. Listen,
1966 version.
Is that what we're going to start with, 66?
So the book is written by Dr. Seuss, of course. But when you guys were reading the book and it took you like 7 minutes to read it, when you were younger, did you think the book was so much longer?
I did not remember the book being so short. I was
Partly
like,
because I couldn't really read that well, so
Right.
it really took me a minute.
Well, considering I'm still reading it because I feel like I never have had a moment without a child, it still seems long to me.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Okay? So we're going to be real with that. We just keep it real.
especially with all the rhyming.
So we're going to talk about the 1966 version. And so in that version, the Grinch was played by Boris Karloff. He was actually the narrator in the book. And then Cindy Lou Who.
Cindy Lou Who.
Cindy Lou Who was played by June Foray. And I'm not familiar with any of those actors because it was
Not
1966.
Boris Karloff?
I wasn't born in 1966.
I mean, I wasn't either, but you have to know the name.
I'm
I don't
understanding
know.
what the problem is with being born in 1966.
Whatever. Anyway. Okay, and then we're also going to talk about the 2000 version, which is the most popular version, I think, thus far, because it starred Jim Carrey.
Amazing.
Grinch.
Amazing.
And then Christine Baranski was...
Irrelevant.
No,
Martha
she played Martha.
Mayhew.
She played Martha Mayhew.
Her love.
Irrelevant.
But who played Cindy Lou Who in the 2000 version? Anybody
Who
know?
cares?
I don't know a little girl's name.
I don't know the little girl, yeah, but she was a cutie pie.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that was narrated by Anthony Hopkins,
Okay.
which was nice. Always
Yes.
love to hear Anthony Hopkins' voice. And then the
Yes,
final
we do.
version that we'll talk about is the
Nice.
2018 version, which was narrated by Pharrell, and the Grinch was played by Benedict Cumberbatch. And I don't remember who's the voice of Cindy Lou Who either on that one. So
Probably should have drank less wine, did more research.
Sorry, Cindy Lou Who. She had a significant role, but I don't know why that didn't stick in my head. So anyway, I guess you guys want to talk about what you were feeling while you were reading and watching these movies, and then maybe talk a little bit about your favorite version.
Okay.
All right.
Champagne.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi.
Go ahead. Hey.
Okay, so the 1966 version, it did take me back to my childhood. I felt that warm, fuzzy feeling of waking up and, Christmas morning and everything. So I really
Similar
like
to
that version.
the feeling of this.
No, I would not know the feeling of that right now. Thank you.
I can tell you.
You sure
Warm
can.
and fuzzy.
Yes.
Warm and fuzzy, right?
I really like the for the time period of being 1966, the animation was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like to have like his smile curl and like the termites in his teeth type thing. I thought it was pretty creative for animation's
Right.
evolution over the years, but to be 1966. And I also like that they stayed true to like the rhyming aspect of it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just like the book.
Yes.
So the
Yeah.
1966 version, they didn't veer off at all.
Yeah, plus it was only
Yes.
30 minutes. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But now, like, when you get...
Commercial break. A commercial break.
break.
Commercial break.
So, okay, so in the more recent versions, I actually like the fact that they added this backstory as to
Yes.
why he was so mean. Because, the older version and in the book, you're like, well, why was he so mean? And both
Mhm.
of them hit on this, he was an orphan, he was not treated well as a child. So, I don't know, I felt some kind of way that I ended up feeling sorry for the Grinch, as opposed to the earlier 1966 version where I didn't necessarily feel sorry for him.
Hated him.
I didn't understand why he was so mean.
Yeah, I definitely noted that, but I love the background that showed him as a kid, so you
Mhm.
knew why he became this
Mhm.
way.
Because you're a mean one.
And also, I love the
Mr.
narration because I think Anthony Hopkins did a good job with the 2000 version of making it fun for kids, but also fun for adults. Because sometimes
Yeah.
animation movies are kind of like, well, am I watching this because I'm watching it with my kid, or is it because I actually enjoy it as an adult too?
Yeah.
I think he did a good job of like blending both.
Yeah.
And he just can't do anything incorrectly.
Anthony Hopkins, I agree
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So the newer version with Pharrell narrating, I'm curious how you all felt about that, because I don't know how I felt about him narrating, but I will tell you that I loved the music he incorporated into it and made it so much
Yes.
more modern.
The music,
and
yeah.
I love the whole soundtrack, but I'm not sure how I felt about him
I
narrating it.
like the movie.
I know I like the movie.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't sure how I felt about his narration. It wasn't as suspenseful, and I don't know. I just didn't get that
He's
same.
he's not a kid at heart. Is what came across to me. That's what I was like worried about, like trying to get that kid on the edge. That oh my god, okay, oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah.
I love how there was like minimal words in that, but we all were like, I feel you.
Right.
That's right.
I feel what you're putting down, right?
Making
Oh,
it rain.
sorry.
Right.
Okay, sorry. So what'd you think, Lynn, about Pharrell narrating? Did you have any?
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just partial to like the 2000 movie with Jim Carrey.
Because
So
Jim Carrey stalker?
yes, but I
He's
did
great.
like
You
it.
too?
Yeah.
He is great.
I did
mean,
like
there's-
this
He's amazing.
2019 movie, but I mean 18. But I just was like, kind of looking for that roller coaster of like the narration to like when the Grinch was like supposed to be mean, I wanted Pharrell's voice to be more like
Mhm.
sultry and deep.
Yes.
And then as it like talking about Cindy Lou Who, like be more joyful and happy.
Yes.
So
Right.
I missed that with Pharrell narrating.
I
Yeah.
think a lot of that happens though, at times when they get these really popular and big name folks to do things, but they may not have the acting, because I feel like you lose that when you lose the actor.
Yeah. You needed an actor to do the narration.
So I actually have a comment about that, but I was going to save it until we were talking about the casting, but I
Okay.
really made a point to make a note of this.
Okay.
So if you think about like in the 2000s version with Jim Carrey and with Molly Shannon, they both started on like live comedy, like In Living Color and Saturday Night Live as comedians. So for them to embody the character role of this animated series like The Grinch, you have to have that like background of being able to, for one, make a fool of yourself because
Right.
you can't be serious, but for two, having that theatrical kind of like live setting background to be able to kind of be impromptu but also comedic. I think that was one of the points that really stuck out to me for the 2000s version was the comedian turned into like actress or actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, but I'm telling you, the music and then some of the rhymes that they were incorporated into it.
Yeah.
That Pharrell talked about, like I heard them say something about like CDs and tablets and stuff, and so that was really cute the way that they made it modern.
Yeah, I like. I think the the latest version, 2018, they tried to make it more, like I said, modern. But in the 1966 version, I felt it was true to the book. But then when they graduated from that one to the Jim Carrey one, it was just like, oh my God.
Right.
It's like they picked the perfect person to bring everything to life.
Right.
Well, I think also you only had the book as a reference, and then for like 2006, the 66 version, 1966 version, it was so close to the book that's all we all had. We grew up in was just that same 30-minute one, and then when they took it and evolved it to something bigger, and I wouldn't say per se better, but like modern for 2000, but also the background, the live action, the theatrical over dramaticness of Jim Carrey. It was a big explosion of our childhoods that we remember as kids to now being as an adult. So I definitely agree with you on that one.
Jim Carrey is a kid.
He's
a wonderful kid.
I could not imagine anybody playing.
Are you kidding me? I would love to see Johnny Depp playing the Grinch. I don't know.
Really?
I think it'd be too Tim Burton-esque.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's not a goofy person.
Willy Wonka with a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, he was pretty good. So
he was more whimsical. He wasn't super like.
I don't know, man.
Like chewing on
him.
like plastic.
Nobody could have done a better job than Jim Carrey with all that theatrical. It was just amazing at being the Grinch.
Okay, get off.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I love Jim Carrey.
I love you,
Carry, Jim.
I mean, I was like a big fan of him from like In Living Color. So when he started on
Fire Marshal Bell,
exactly all of it, all of it, and to be not to get into a racial topic, but to be like the only really like main character on that show that was a white man, he was just like going for it. It really showed you that
he held his own.
He held his own. He stood his own ground. And when he came to this movie, it was like, look, I'm going to take this version of the Grinch and make it my own.
Me.
And he did.
Okay, you know who else can play the good Grinch? Jack from Will and Grace.
Yeah, we don't even care about those people. They're so irrelevant in comparing to Jim Carrey.
Whatever.
You can name all of the actors that could possibly play.
Well, Jack Black would have been pretty good job.
Jack Black?
Yeah. Well, he's goofy. Yeah, he is pretty goofy and pretty funny. But I still don't think anybody could have
I love Jack Black,
but
not in that
nobody
role.
could have topped him.
Okay, can we talk about the doggy? Because the doggy was so freaking cute.
Max
in 1966 version.
He was so cute.
He was so cute, and I just feel like, what happened to the cute dog?
Well, he wasn't a cute dog in the book.
He was a cute dog.
I don't feel like he was ever a cute dog.
He had
in the book.
A smile, and he saved the day. It was so like I just remember that when I was a kid in 1966. Like that was like, he's so cute. I like
the dog in 2018 was absolutely adorable too. I fell in love with him.
2018 dog was really good.
And
he just was like.
But didn't they have a cow too or something?
They had a fat reindeer. All the rest of them left.
That's right. Okay, I was thinking it was a cow.
They changed the story up a little bit.
Yeah. But
which I wasn't a fan of.
I wasn't a fan of it either. I wasn't a fan of it either. I think we could have sucked it in and just left it.
I feel like.
I think evolution is great, but I think you leave a classic and don't do it.
Because I really wish that they also would have talked about the Joker's heart being too small. They didn't do that in this most recent version. I'm just like, because his heart was supposed to grow 10 times. What happened?
They did, though.
No, in the next.
I feel like it was brushed over.
No,
I mean, they showed it.
We all know the storylines. I don't think they really.
In the beginning, they showed it being too small, and when he was reaching for the sled that was about to fall over, he was laying down. And it showed it growing out.
Maybe it was the Jim Carrey version that I'm thinking.
Oh
of.
no!
One of the versions.
He did a full on like.
He
fell out and everything.
They didn't show it like they did the latest version and the oldest version, but they did.
He's like, what are these feelings?
I don't remember that.
Like he was having a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't remember any of
that. Well, maybe you should pay more attention to Jim, and Jim can explain it to you.
I'm not a stalker. Now, you know who could play that? Hill Harper could play
that. Oh my God.
Brings up one more person to replace our
and or Hill Harper.
Hill Harper could play something.
You're going to get so many comments on Hill Harper. Like, why would you say Hill Harper?
Anyway, so but it was so nice to go back down this memory lane.
Really
It was.
Thinking about our childhood
Yes.
during this holiday season.
I just remember being little thinking, you think the Grinch might actually come back and take
Still
all our
Christmas?
stuff?
Right.
Oh.
And I feel like somebody like Eric said, yes, he will.
Oh.
And I'm like,
So silly. So, we went to see the Grinch on the ice sculptures at the Gaylord Hotel.
In DC?
Yeah, and so
National Harbor.
what was so at National Harbor, and so we're going through it, and first of all, it's phenomenal, but they had these super crazy eyelashes on the Grinch, and I didn't remember the Grinch having those eyelashes. So while I was watching the movies, I was like, let me see. Oh, he does.
that's what made him
I'm
so
like, how about we all would
adorable.
kill for the Grinch's eyelashes, okay?
They were
But I really
adorable.
say Jim Carrey's costume was absolutely amazing for them to actually bring that looking so real.
Took
with the
4
yellow
hours of
eyes.
makeup.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Mhm, before
saying
You
that.
know
every
Lynn
day.
knows.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Oh my god, it was
Every day.
amazing.
Every day, 4 hours of makeup.
Amazing.
Can you sit through that?
And I think that's why it was, I mean,
Face.
to me, it was so realistic that it was almost scary.
Yes. Yes.
Like, his
I
costume was
yeah.
a little scary in the beginning
Mhm.
because you take the costume, he looked so real, and then how he really was in the beginning.
Mhm.
And then as he evolved, it was like,
And I think he also made an effort to make his facial expressions move a certain way.
Yes.
well,
So,
he
like,
does. His
yeah.
entire face, like, changes shape and form anytime he's doing something.
Exactly.
You're
It
in
just makes him so much of a god.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Ah.
Yes. Shut your face.
Something in your dress.
Right.
So tired of talking about Jim Carrey.
That's
Okay.
what we're kind of talking about in almost every podcast.
Ooh, heel hopper.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
So we did talk about the cast a little bit.
Yeah.
Jinx.
I was gonna say that, but I was drinking wine.
Can we hold off on that for a little bit?
No, sorry.
Yeah, wine is at the end of our names.
Well, we refill it to figure
Although,
out. Remember?
glass.
We read first, watch, and then we drink later.
And
Right.
you mean and then later? No, it's about the whole thing.
We drink through the whole thing, and then depending on the rating, we refill. So if I only got a sip, damn it, I'm only gonna get a sip as we give our
That
So,
logic
rating.
made no sense.
Do you think that you rate so that you can get more? So even if you didn't like it, you may give it a full glass just so you can get a full
Never
glass?
thought about that.
Oh. I see a light bulb go on.
Right. Wait a minute. I'm about to like everything.
You get a full glass. You get a full glass.
That's what I like.
Okay. So, are we ready to rate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start.
How are we going to do this? Want to
I
rate each
actually was
individual?
gonna ask that.
Oh, okay.
So I was gonna say overall the progression of 1996, 2000 to 2018.
Yes.
I forgot what years because we drank.
You look like the Grinch just now. You should
Yeah, you do.
audition. Since anybody
I think that it was, for one, it was nostalgic to read everything, so I loved it. But the progression of those movies and how it has evolved,
Yeah.
I gave it a full glass.
Okay.
I agree with you, Lynn. Full glass for me too.
Tapping.
Did you have a vote? Oh, you're.
You didn't have a
yes,
fork?
I do have a vote. I'll get to it since they shut you up.
Shut what?
Up.
Yup.
It sounded like you said
Sure.
shut your up.
Yeah, I
Sure.
did. Sure.
Just trying to keep it
Sugar.
PG.
You're for number showing yet?
The thing now.
Okay.
I was telling him not to drink anymore. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I give it a full glass also.
We waited all that time for you to say that?
Yeah.
You couldn't just
You
blurt
did.
that out?
No.
Why?
Because I loved every single one of these.
Are you guys giving it a full glass because of Jim Carrey?
Nope.
Yep.
Yep. You just made fun of you about the progression of the 1996. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm giving it a full glass. I'm giving a half
cheers,
glass for the other two, and the rest of the half a glass for Jim Carrey.
Okay.
So
Rest of the half a glass.
The rest of the half a glass? What's the rest of the half of the gas? Gas? Glass?
You can smell it.
I cannot.
Oh man.
I
No.
cannot.
Oh.
Okay.
wasn't good.
All right. Just
What do you
I
give it?
I first of all I love the Grinch.
Practicing.
I love the 1966 version, Jim Carrey version. And the
What?
2018 version
What?
I really liked. And so for
Over the
me, it just brought back so many memories of our childhood. We came from very humble beginnings.
We did.
But you know, you just did. We did. We have very humble beginnings.
I don't have a clue what they're saying.
Do they?
Oh wait, before we conclude this rating, can I just say, like, why is it that we don't have Black Who's?
On that note, thank you.
I mean, I got that Jim Carrey.
He's Black?
Well, he's not black, but he's green, so he's a minority.
Well, the Grinch is the only colorful Who.
Well,
Now,
he was
if you
repping for
watch it, they got all these different shades, but they're not black because there's no black features. So it's just like
Well,
the
they're up
same
in the middle
exact.
of the mountains.
Listen,
Y'all people don't like cold weather.
The role that Keenan played in the 2018 version was clearly a black man's voice, but yet that lumberjack guy was not black.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
All right.
He might be a little. He might
kinda
have a lot of.
He was not. He just
He
had
was Lynn's
brown hair.
complexion.
No, he wasn't. He was a white man.
But he had
And
a big
so I
black
just feel like
black
when they
beard.
redo the Grinch 5 or 10 years from now, I need to see some Black Who's. Honestly, with Pharrell being so involved in this last
Well,
one, I
that's
would have
their
thought that I
way,
would
at
have
least,
saw.
You know, they're behind the scenes.
Well, we always behind the scenes building stuff and picking
I mean,
cotton.
All right, so
Yeah.
that equals
Yeah.
a full bottle,
This
Yeah,
is supposed
it
to
does.
be a Christmas review.
right? Do we just quit?
Listen, my rating
Rabbit
for
hole.
this is a full glass because I love the Grinch.
All right, so
That's
we
a
give our
full
holiday.
Can we
holiday
get a
shot.
full
full?
bottle?
Can we get a full glass? Just one.
Wow.
All right,
was.
so let me fill up these glasses with what, Lynn? What are we filling them up with?
Gaston.
There's no tea in it though.
Oh, well, why'd you say it?
I was just talking like that. I didn't know she
You're
was gonna
so-
say it for real, for real. There ain't even a
Some
full glass
major
in there.
pouring skills
see the
over a
sip.
white cloth. I'm very, very pleased by your skill.
People. It's all like it.
Well, your back is hurting. You're medicated.
Yeah, but
I've
It
also
may
won
go
cold
well.
medicine, so
see,
Not a sip, not a swallow, but a whole.
All right, well, listen, thank you for tuning in to our holiday show. Thank you so much for all your support throughout this year.
Yes.
We are so excited. We are over 40 episodes in. This has been an awesome journey.
thank
Go
you guys.
rewatch
We love
on-
you guys.
Thank you
hope
all
you
so
guys
much.
have great holidays and bring in the new year with lots of joy, happiness, and reading.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yay.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. And
Be blessed.
See you in the next year.
so much. Please.
See you next year, guys.
Listen, subscribe. Let us know what things could be changed. Let us know anything. Let us know if you.
Let us
Let
know.
us know if we need to
Let us
stop that
know.
song.
Let us know. Let us know.
Y'all talking about that?
Oh,
Let
the
us know
weather
stuff.
outside is frightful.
And then you
Let
just
us
busted
know
that it's snowing right now.
If you want us to ease up on the wine, strictly off of this particular episode,
This is the first time they're actually seeing how ridiculous you all
yeah. So yeah, they know. They know now.
Just in case.
Y'all.
But just in case. We're gonna talk about some of the things that's coming up because we are all going to be somewhere next month.
Windy,
Look
look out for us because we're good on that TV. So one way
If
or
you
another.
want to see us, go ahead and email Wendy. Let her know because we're gonna be in his house. I'm very excited about it. I think it'll be
I am
cute.
too.
Yeah.
I told my.
So, all right, see you guys next year. Now, for next year, just so you guys can get a jump start, we're going to be reading Just Mercy. We're going to be reading
The Turning,
The
which is the
Turning.
book is The Turning of the Screw.
Outsiders.
Outsiders, and The Stand starts also.
yeah, what's the other one? It's 3 seconds, but it's the movie's
Informer.
called The Informer, and then Rhythm Section.
Rhythm Section, and it's also another one that's coming out. Oh, Dr. Dolittle too.
Dr. Dolittle too.
But it's called Dare Me. I was doing a little research
Oh,
today.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Dr. Doolittle 2 is called Dare Me?
No.
Oh.
It's 2 separate things.
If it's scary,
We're also going to incorporate some older
it's
books, so
scary.
we're going to take it back and pull some older ones along with the new ones that are coming in, but I'm not really sure what the older ones are that we're going to be
Yeah,
reading.
we have a lot of them coming up. And we are anticipating a very exciting and joyous anniversary.
Yes.
So
All right.
stay tuned for the events that we're going to be planning.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays.
Ding, 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 ding.